Greetings, peace, and love, Islam. Thank you for tuning into my channel, and today I am going to be going over the Zodiac Constitution by C.M Bey. Shout out to C.M Bey. And I'm just going to read straight through it. This is actually listed in the Library of Congress, so you can definitely find you a copy. All right, I'm going to read the preface first. The Zodiac Constitution. Moorish adepts, Moorish scientists, master masons, Eastern stars, sheiks, sheikess, Nephites, Great Seal PhDs, LLDs, the erudite of jurisprudence, amnesties masters, and world scholars have studied and marveled upon analyzing the written Zodiac Constitution. Upon analyzing the written Zodiac Constitution, this highly qualified document was penned by C.M. Bey. Shout out to C.M. Bey. A 3rd, 33rd, and 360-degree free Moorish master mason, master astrologer, PhD, LLD, and constitution law giver. This masterwork was copyrighted and registered in the Library of Congress, Copyright Office, and with the Department of Justice at Washington, D.C., United States Republic of North America. There are interesting and effective literacy characteristics about C.M. Bey's written Zodiac Constitution, which go beyond the fact of it being clear, simple, and direct. More scholars will take note that it maintains the ancient Moabite, more scientific, metaphysical, and spiritual approach to the number 7, in harmony with the natural constitution of man's makeup. Other learned intellectuals of the varied and advanced agnostic schools of the world and of government no doubt must appreciate its uncluttered directness and integrity towards justice. The written Zodiac Constitution was not readily available to the masses due to the nature of limited access to the Moorish schools of learning and the suppression of information practices of the Union State Society politicians and other secret societies policies of clubism culture. The true history and law of the North America has never been revealed to the subjugated masses. This antisocial practice is a part of the necessary socialization tools for maintaining veiled economic, political, and bureaucratic servitude in the Americas, particularly the North Gate. Let us be qualified in our understanding that the Zodiac Constitution is not just the actual written 7-article document as presented to you for reading, historically analysis, and law study. The general populace must have access to that consciousness involving the true history and scientific foundation of civilization and culture on the Earth planet. Thusly, one immediately and wisely recognizes what actually compromises the Zodiac Constitution and the elemental nature of what inspired C.M. Bey to produce the inclusively complex scale of this compact evidentiary treatise on right law government. What compromises the Zodiac Constitution is expressed and revealed in the first opening paragraph of Article 1 as written by C.M. Bey. His literary works have come manifest by way of knowledge of the zodiac or workings of nature, the Moabite, Moorish code for civilization, and the sciences mentioned. And so, one can surmise that astrology, the 12 signs of the zodiac, an expansion of the code of mathematic scales involving the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the science of geometry, capital G, parentheses, and the Arabic alphabet comprise Moabite Moorish culture, the culture and foundation of civilization on the planet Earth. A logistical study of the Zodiac Constitution should generate years of research and recovery of world culture and true American history for all those who seek the truth. Let us affirm our honor for our ancient mothers and fathers, embrace knowledge, and shun ignorance, help to uplift fallen humanity. Article 1. The 12 signs of the zodiac, the code of mathematics, scaling from 0 to 9. The science of geometry, capital G. comprise the constitution of living Moorish nation of North America, referred to as Negroes, who ruled the world and the seven seas by the 12 signs of the zodiac and signs of geometry, capital G, for 1196 years to the Amazon Dutch German Catholic priesthood fathers of the Revolution of 1789 and the Sisterhood Magna Charta Emancipation Proclamation, Union Society of White Supremacy in 1863, North America. The 12 jurymen of the 50 Union States Society and also the 9 judges of the Supreme Court were founded upon the Moorish nation's 12 signs of Zodiac Constitution and mathematics, scaling from 0 to 9. Thus, without our Moorish Constitution, the Magna Charta Emancipation Proclamation, Union Society of the myth of white supremacy definitely could have been found in 1863. Article 2. Since the 12 jurymen of the 50 Union States Magna Charta document of white supremacy and the 9 judges of their Supreme Court were founded upon our Moorish Zodiac 12 signs, mathematical constitution, the lawmakers have no jurisdiction over the free Moors, the Beys, the Els, and the inherited land of the Moorish nation, namely the USA, all capitals, Canada, Central, and South America. The Moorish American nationality and their surnames, Bey and El, are their inherited birthrights. Without a legal due process of the lawmakers of the Union Society U.S.A, capital letters, what our Moorish forefathers were, we are today, without a doubt or contradiction, namely Moorish. Article 3. The Moors referred to as Negroes definitely can never become members and citizens of the Union Society of the 48 states. Therefore, they cannot be forced or drafted into the Union U.S.A, capital letters, army or military service to fight for a Magna Charta code of the white supremacy against themselves. The lawmakers of the 48 state Union order cannot force Moors, the Beys, and Els to pay taxes because taxation without representation is a supreme violation of the Moorish Zodiac Constitution, birthrights of Islam. When the Union lawmakers denounce their immortal Magna Charta code and resort to the Moorish Zodiac Constitution, the Moors are compelled to pay taxes because everyone in the nation will be equally represented by it. There is no room in the science of masonry, the zodiac, for mystic god religious worship, race, color, ignorance, war, crime, slavery, and human injustice. Article 4. Every lawmaker, the heads of the industry and businesses enterprise of the 50 states union order are obligated members and citizens of the Magna Charta Christian Church and Temple System of Christ the King of Jews, meaning jury over the wealth and culture of the living Moorish nation of North America. Therefore, by the Moorish Zodiac Constitution, the Moors, the Beys, the Els, can demand adequate employment, food, clothing, shelter, medical care, equal rights, respect, and protection from mob violence. Protection from mob violence. Rape and injustices, otherwise being obligated to Union Church and religious system of the Order Christ, the white sun idol God. Article 5. Truth cannot be altered. I'll repeat, truth cannot be altered and therefore needs no apology nor doctrine because it is the supreme mental doctor itself for the entire human family, woman and man. Thus, number 1, the truth is the Sisterhood Christian Daughters of the American Revolution, DAR, all capitals, established the marriage license states right code to prevent the Moorish men and women from marrying into the Magna Charta Society of white supremacy. 2, did you ever stop to think that men and women are already married by supreme law of nature? And that a marriage license is an act of violation of the law of nature. The natural law union between women and men spell love and reproduction of a child in which marriage license plays no part in. 3, definitely there cannot be any illegitimate children, offspring from women and men, because woman is the supreme gate of creation of both male and female children by law of nature, which spells Islam, I, self-law and master, the carpenter, and the grand architecture of the human family. Adam means the positive forces in women and sons responsible for evolution of the reproduction of children by law of nature. The Pope, priest, the preacher, and judges of the Christian society definitely cannot prove their Adam and Eve had a marriage license. Did you ever stop to think that the marriage license code is an act of selling women and men back to themselves? The Union Magna Charter Marriage License Code, unfortunately and unconsciously, caused the white woman to be cut off from the human family, the Moorish nation. In other words, the white women are supreme social slaves against their will and desire. This has caused them to carry in their mind and heart a secret sorrow and anger, which causes their children to inherit a tendency of crime, hatred, insanity, and other various diseases. Here are some elements of the signs of the zodiac and women and men's opposite signs involving the first marriage of the Zodiac Law of Nature. No preacher and money and license and neither religion is necessary in the standard zodiac marriage law. In harmony with nature. 1, Aries is fire and Libra is air. 2, Taurus is earth and Scorpio is water. 3, Gemini is air and Sagittarius is fire. 4, Cancer is water and Capricorn is earth. I'm a Cancer. 5, Leo is fire and Aquarius is air. 6, Virgo is earth and Pisces is water. The 1863 Union Bible story of Eve and Adam were founded upon the Moorish zodiac 12 signs, law, the negative and positive forces of nature, female and male. In harmony with nature. 1, Aries is fire and Gemini is air. 2, Leo is fire and Libra is air. 3, Sagittarius is fire and Aquarius is air. Persons born under the opposite signs and the angle signs are in harmony with one another in every manner. Thus, first-hand knowledge of the sign under which you and your mate were born will guide your destiny in peace, progress, and happiness forever. Let us remember that this is not a theory. The zodiac is the absolute standard of marriage and human guidance. Women and men will know their duty towards one another and their children without being forced by the traditional code for the courtroom. Article 6. The Moorish Zodiac Constitution is the only universal, unchanged moral law for the human family, for unity, human equality, respect, peace, and economic and social progress. Therefore, every Moor, the Beys, and the Els must be guided by this Constitution and book clock of destiny. Do that which is right by reason and have respect for the white lawmakers and citizens of the Magna Charta Union Society of the 50 states in order to demand respect from them. The white peoples of the Union are guided by their Magna Charta traditions and customs, and the Moors are guided by their Zodiac Constitution and law. Nevertheless, their customs and traditions, including themselves, must be respected by Moors, without submitting themselves to any Magna Charta customs, that which is termed by the Christian law a rule of action recorded on paper and supported by authority and force. The Zodiac Law of Nature is recorded in the wisdom of women and men and supported by moral intelligence, the greatest law. Knowledge of the Zodiac Masonry, as shown in this Moorish Constitution, and also in his book Clock of Destiny, Volume 1 and 2, will prevent a Moorish American, he or she, from indulging in crime. They then would not have to appear in a courtroom to stand trial. Should a Moorish American who has this Constitution in Book 1 and 2 indulge in a crime such as narcotics, robbery, forgery, prostitution, illegal whiskey, alcohol, illegal schemes, gambling, peace breaking, violence, and disrespect for the law of the city, country, state, and federal, they then have incriminated themselves and therefore will be penalized. This Constitution card and book definitely does not protect criminals. Be aware. A Moorish American cannot be convicted on false accusations. Frame up charges. The evidence against a Moorish American must be concrete proof beyond a shadow of a doubt. The Moorish nation of 150 million in 1951 of the U.S.A. all capitals shall not be destroyed for lack of truth and knowledge of the law and constitution of the Moors. Article 7. In the Christian Union courtroom, the Moors cannot be forced to remove their red fez from their heads, nor can they be forced to raise their hand and take oath over the Christian Bible. Neither can Moors, the Beys, the Ls, employ white or Negro lawyers to represent them. The reason for this is that white people and their Negro slaves definitely cannot represent free Moorish Americans. The Negro is the property of the Union slaveholders. The Moors must represent the court by saying, "I affirm." Here the court has no jurisdiction over them, which automatically makes them qualified to defend themselves by their Zodiac Constitution, law, and mathematical number 9. The number 9 corresponds with the letter I, based on the 9 months from conception to birth, which makes you, yourself, the great I am, the first and the highest law of self. Protection and self-preservation in harmony with your Zodiac 12 signs, unchanged constitution, moral law of 360 degrees squared by your number 9. The Moor Zodiac Constitution is referred to in Christian mythology as the Holy Quran, or Al-Quran, meaning the earth, the moon, the sun, and the 7 planets of chronological zodiac record of the Moorish nation of the North Gate, North America. The name Muhammad, prophet, religion, God, church, temple, mosque, were established by the Dutch Anglo-Saxon priesthood Franciscan fathers of North, who overthrew the Moorish Society of Islam between 1789 and Union of 1863. The Moors, the Beys, and the Els must never attempt to teach or lecture in the Christian institutions, namely church, temple, mosque, school, and hall. This is a violation of the Union Society States Right Magna Charter Code of Mary and Christ. The truth of the Moorish Zodiac Constitution law and moral human principles definitely conflicts with the Christian Union customs and doctrine of the Magna Charta from every angle. Nor do not criticize the white people belief in the religion of their sun and woman image. Nor do not ever attempt to influence the white people to accept the oral truth and principles of your 12 signs of Zodiac constitutional law, because the Magna Charta is a Latin phrase meaning magnate charta, of white people's economic and social attraction only, which has its beginning of colonies of Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois in 1848 and 1854. If the lawmakers of the 50 Union States Society of North America should attempt to ignore the Moorish American Zodiac law and birthrights of this Constitution, it would be an act of supreme violation of their own Magna Charta code. All right, so again, that's the Zodiac Constitution, very powerful. I like to do a lot of studying out loud. Like, I like to study this and then share with you some of my studies. I do a whole bunch of other studies, clearly. But sometimes I try to keep it simple for, like, people that I know who not very aware of, like, their nationality or status. You know, they call their like, Black Lives Matter 24/7, and that's not it. So I try to keep things simple because I used to be there. And I know how... what's the word I'm looking for? How it's a lot of work to free yourself. It's a lot of unlearning and relearning. And free baby Ashe, Divine L, all rights reserved. And in the process, shoot, learn from me. Learn from my mistakes. Thank you again for tuning in, Islam. I hope you guys enjoyed the message for today. I will be back with more videos because until they free baby Ashe, and even moving forward, like... they didn't woke up the bear. Okay, the bear is now out of hibernation. Mama bear is not playing about her cubs. Like, not at all. Whole nother video, which we'll get to. So thank you for tuning in. Please continue to tune in, check in, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Islam, I self-law and master. Peace and love, peace and power. And until next time, peace. Free baby Ashe.